Hey buddies, it's your girl AyChristene, and today we're going to check out something that I am actually nervous about. This is 3 disturbing children's drawings with backstories by Mr. Nightmare. Just got chills. But before we get into these disturbing children's drawings, I want to take a trip with you. I want to travel. So I have placed a link in the description box below where you can fill out a survey to let me know where you would like to go, and then what budgets are, travel budgets and things like that. And obviously you have to be 18 or older, right? So check out the link in the description box below, fill out the survey, let me know your thoughts so I can plan accordingly. That's down below. And the link for this video is in the description box. Let's get started. I am nervous.
Years ago, I did a somewhat lighthearted video about the creepiest children's drawings.
Lighthearted?
I made jokes about a lot of them, but a few on that list did seem like they might have had some sinister backstories.
Okay.
Over
Why is
the
it private
years,
now?
I've gotten a handful of kids' drawings with backstories emailed to me. Today, I'm going to be compiling a few of those into this video.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
This was the drawing made by a 6-year-old boy in 2012. The picture was found in his room by his older sister Tracy, who sent this to me, who was 14 at the time, and she showed it to her parents. In the picture is the family around the dinner table, drawn in a typical 6-year-old skill level. The reason Tracy showed it to her family is because she could recognize all the family members at the dinner table, even the family dog and cat. Who she couldn't recognize was the man sitting on the floor kind of behind the table. Tracy said in her emails to me that when she was asking her little brother who that man was, he kept shrugging his shoulders and saying he's not allowed to tell. The man was drawn to be dressed in all black and has reddish brown curly hair, as you can see.
Okay.
Because of her little brother's refusal to explain who that 5th person in the picture was, she showed it to her parents, explaining that he likely had an imaginary friend or was pretending to be seeing ghosts.
Right.
After the parents confronted the child at dinner, asking who the man in the picture was, the boy made a pouty face and shrugged his shoulders. He did this anytime they asked, with the most detailed answer from his mouth being, "I'm not allowed to tell."
I'm not allowed to tell?
The parents, specifically the dad, weren't fazed by it, as really a 6-year-old could draw anything and create some kind of crazy story in their head behind it.
Saying I'm not allowed to tell, and if you won't tell me something.
Tracy would be responsible for watching her brother often when their parents weren't home. And one day when she was left in charge of watching him, she heard her brother talking to someone in his room. Upon getting to his room, she learned he was just playing with his toy car set on the floor, talking to most likely himself as he played. Tracy asked if he was talking to anyone. He looked at her and shrugged his shoulders again, pouting his face. Tracy then noticed some candies on the floor of her brother's room. A specific kind of green apple flavored candy that she'd never seen her mother buy before.
Oh no.
She asked him where he got this, and he ignored her, going back to playing. Tracy took the candies, and that angered her brother, yelling, "Give them back."
Alright.
She waited until her parents returned home to ask if either of them had bought the unusual candy. Since the boy was only 6 and it was summer break, aka receiving the candies at school wasn't even a possibility, random candies appearing in the boy's room became a concern.
Okay.
Even as the boy was scolded and pressed by his parents as to where he got the candies from, he still just made his pouty, angry face and ignored them.
Oh my goodness.
The boy was grounded by his father until he would answer the question, so he wasn't allowed to leave his room. The family checked the closets in his room, under the bed, even the closets outside of the room.
Okay.
The idea that someone was inside of the house was out the window.
Alright.
On that same night that he was grounded, Tracy sat close to her bedroom door instead of on her bed, so that she would easily hear if and when her brother in the next room would start talking.
She was concerned. Okay.
And sure enough, when he did, which to note was way past her brother's bedtime, she jumped up and ran to his room, opened the door, and saw her little 6-year-old brother standing at his open window talking to a man who looked as though he were about to climb into the room.
Oh my gosh.
Tracy screamed for her mom and dad, causing the man at the window to flee, and her brother began to cry.
Oh my goodness.
Once Tracy told her parents that a man was talking to her brother through his window, the police were called.
Goodness.
The boy still refused to talk at first, but with the police there, he eventually said that his friend told him not to tell anyone about him, and that he couldn't come and play anymore. When asked his friend's name and age, he said he didn't know. When asked what the two of them would do, the boy said he would come with snacks and candies for him and just play with toys. When asked how they met, he said they met in front of the house one day when the man stopped on his bike and gave him some candy. After offering to come back with more candies and snacks, Tracy's brother told him which bedroom window was his. And that's when this started.
No. Yo. So oh gosh. Watching this is good for me, so it prepares me for dealing with my daughter. Yo, they're 6, right? At that age, oh goodness. I'm mad that the person, people suck. I want to take a serrated knife and gut that man from navel to neck, okay? For you to take advantage of a 6-year-old child with candies and then come into his window at night and give him candies and play toys with him? Really, sir? Really, you thought this was okay? You thought that this was going to be all right. Clearly you knew it wasn't, because the fact that you were telling him not to tell anybody, and he's not allowed to tell. It's a 6-year-old child. You deserve to get gutted. Even if, honestly, there's no benefit of the doubt that you can give him, right? Because if he's somebody that does actually care about children, he would then work in a building where he could take care of children, right? The scary part is that there are people that are like him that work in those places as well. Yikes. But if you're a kind-hearted person that likes children, you would get a job if that's something you wanted to do, right? You wouldn't be like, you know what? I don't really want to work at one of these jobs, or I can't get it. Let's say you tried and you can't get it. So what I'm going to do is meet kids in front of their homes and then climb into their bedrooms at night, give them candy and play toys with them. No, you deserve to get gutted. Next video.
Submitted to me all the way back in 2015. This was sent by a mother of 2 children. A 6-year-old boy and an 8-year-old girl. Almost every night between the hours of 12 and 5 a.m., the boy would come to the parents' bedroom crying that he's scared because someone or something was in his room at the edge of his bed. The boy would claim that every night the person or thing would come out from his closet and move to the same spot at the foot of his bed and just stand there not moving.
Oh my goodness.
The first few times the parents would check the boy's bedroom just to make him feel better. The closet door would always be opened. When questioned why the closet door was always open when it was supposed to be shut, he would claim that it was because he was telling the truth about the thing in his closet. Every time the parents would show their son that the closet was empty, he would go back to sleep.
Did
Their
they check
8-year-old
every
daughter
part
never
of the
had
room?
any similar issues to this. For a few nights, the parents would let him start sleeping in their room on the floor with a blanket. Eventually, though, after this had been going on for too long, the parents decided to humor him one more time and asked him to draw what the thing at the foot of his bed looked like.
Okay.
His drawing sent chills down his parents' spines. In the drawing was some grudge-like figure that seems like it would be enough to give a grown man nightmares, let alone a 6-year-old boy.
Yikes.
There also appears to be something at the window, and when questioned about this,
What is
the boy
that?
said that he sees it at the window sometimes too when it's not at the foot of his bed. The parents' solution to this was moving their son's bed to the spare bedroom across the hall that didn't have any big closets. The mom who submitted this couldn't help but get a little creeped out herself at the drawing, and every time he would come crying to their room in the middle of the night.
Right. When all you did was move the bedroom, if he say he see it in the closet and this time to move your house, okay? It's time to go. We done here. We sowed our royal roots, all right? Our seeds have been planted. And now we will get an exorcism, okay? Or well, if it's, can you exorcise a building or a place? I know you can exorcise like a soul, like a person, but I don't know. We're going to get some priests, okay, up in here, some pastors. We're going to just cover all our bases, right, religious-wise, and have them come in, you know, do their stuff, and then we're going to move, you know. We still want to sell the house, right? So
This third and last one is a little different in that it's a mix of drawings and writing, and there's 3 different pages of it.
oh dear.
This was found by the new babysitter of an 11-year-old boy named Rocco in Ottawa, Canada.
And this is the
The
babysitter.
babysitter,
This is
who I'll refer to as Alyssa,
babysitter
was
found
needed
it.
while the parents of Rocco were away for a week.
It's a nice house.
According to Alyssa, Rocco was very quiet and kept to himself most of the time. He would stay in his room for a majority of the day, and would only come out to get food from the fridge or to go downstairs to play video games. Alyssa tried to befriend the child the first day, but eventually gave up after realizing Rocco either didn't like her or was just a very unfriendly, creepy kid in general.
Okay.
Alyssa would spend the majority of her shifts doing schoolwork and watching movies. She knew Rocco had an obsession with guns because of the amount of toy guns he had.
Oh,
It would lay
okay.
across the house in varying rooms,
How old
ranging
is he
from
again?
Nerf guns to airsoft guns to varying types of toy guns. Alyssa had never been in Rocco's room yet, though. But one
Okay.
night, when Alyssa was having trouble sleeping, she heard
This is-
Rocco sneak into her designated bedroom and
What?
was just standing by the doorway.
What?
She sat up in her bed and asked Rocco was something wrong. Then she just closed the door quickly and she heard him running back to his room. The next day, Alyssa went into Rocco's room for the first time.
Uh-huh.
Rocco wasn't in there and the light was off.
Okay.
This meant he was in the basement playing video games, as those were the only 2 rooms he'd ever be in, according to Alyssa.
Okay.
He didn't even seem to seek hanging out with friends. Sprawled out on Rocco's floor were a bunch of papers. The first piece of paper that caught her attention was this drawing of a handgun. It wasn't anything really alarming. It just further demonstrated his fixation on guns.
No, that is alarming.
Alyssa dug through the papers, though.
He's a child.
And found 4 pieces of paper stapled together with 3 different staples. They formed what could best be described as a little storybook.
Okay.
The first page looked to be the cover page, titled The Babysitter. Immediately, Alyssa assumed this little book was about her. But not wanting to get caught reading it, she took pictures of each page of the little booklet, as well as a picture of the handgun drawing, and left the room to go read it on her phone elsewhere. These were the pictures she had taken.
Okay,
this was the second page. Rocco wrote on it. It was a regular day in the house when Mom and Dad brought over the babysitter for the first time. There's something about her that I hate. I think it's how ugly she is.
Oh, goodness.
She's a huge nerd. I don't want her in the house. Not sure why my mom and dad hired her. I think I'm gonna have to kill her. The drawing on the page is what's supposed to be Alyssa sitting on the couch on her phone, and Rocco spying on her through the doorway. This was the next page. It's day 3 and she's still here. Parents think I'm a baby or something that needs an annoying, ugly babysitter that eats all our food and drinks.
Oh my goodness.
In this drawing, Rocco appears to be grabbing a kitchen knife while Alyssa's in the fridge.
Oh my gosh.
The child's disdain for his babysitter becomes increasingly apparent in a disturbing manner. But the next and last page is by far the worst.
Oh no.
It says, "She caught me sneaking into her room. I have to be quieter next time." The picture is quite obviously Rocco holding a knife behind his back while Alyssa lay asleep in her bed.
Oh my
goodness. The implications
goodness.
of this picture are beyond transparent. Alyssa returned to Rocco's room while he was still in the basement, and lo and behold found a small kitchen knife on his bedside nightstand.
Oh my goodness,
Alyssa
serrated
sent the
too.
pictures of the drawings and knife to Rocco's parents and then called them.
Oh no.
At first, the parents tried to convince her he must be joking around.
No, it ain't a funny joke.
They were apparently easily convinced that Rocco could have monstrous intentions.
No.
They had Rocco's grandmother take over that same day.
Thank you.
Alyssa left the house never informing the police or any other authorities. She accepted her payment for the 2 weeks that night, and she accepted the parents' apologies, but not without recommending that they take their son to get some serious help.
But no. Like, this is the issue, right? Where people be sweeping ish under the rug, like serious ish, because they think, oh, it's not going to be a problem. It's not going to be, until it becomes a really big problem. And a situation like this where a kid was legitimately going to kill you, I am taking this to authorities. I'm going to take these pictures. I'm going to send them to authorities. Like, this child was, like, what is the word? Because it's not even like, it was beyond just thoughts of homicide. It's actual like intention. Is it complicit? No. There's a word, like the legal term that they use on like a crime sheet, right? Where they're, when they accuse somebody or charge somebody, and there's like a word for when they're essentially planning to kill somebody. And that's what this kid was doing. And the fact that it said he needs to be quieter next time because he got caught. So like last night, he was going to stab her. He was standing there with the knife to kill her. But she caught him and he ran. And how old was that kid again? I'm not even going to look. I don't want to watch that. I don't want to see that again. Really? No, that stuff needs to be reported. And clearly the parents aren't going to do anything. They thought it was a joke. And they were like, oh, we're sorry. Paid her. Yeah, I'm going to take the money because my time was there. But no, something really needs to be done. And they're not going to do anything. They are clearly, since they didn't say they were going to do anything, I believe that they did not do anything, especially since they were like, oh, it's a joke. Nah, you think it's a funny joke, right? That your son has written this 3-page story about killing the babysitter. You thought that was funny? What kind of humor is that? No. All 3 of y'all. Okay? Deuces. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. If you like the video, check out the link in the description box below. If you like this video, hug the life out of that like button. I love you guys as always. And until next time, buddies. Toodles.